Maybe few of them from Super.
Oh, right, that's true.
You can try them.
Nije pristojno kako god bude prvi red da je prebrano.
Okay.
Budi fotoaparat, nije se nekako. Dobar dan. Dobar dan. Danas imamo veliku čast da nam je u goste došao profesor dr. Zonn. Zonn je Amerikanac koji jako dobro govori španski. Nevjerovatno kako dobro govori španski. Sa savršenim akcentom. On je Fulbright profesor sa Univerziteta Texas. Profesor je geografije na univerzitetu u Austinu. Austin, veliki grad u Texasu. Dr. Zonn je završio povijest na California State University 1969. godine, magistrirao je geografiju na istom univerzitetu 1972. Doktorirao je 1975. na univerzitetu Wisconsin-Milwaukee 1975. Radio je na Arizona State University 11 godina. Radio je na East Carolina University 11 godina. University of North Carolina u Chapel Hillu 7 godina i University of Texas od 2004. do danas. Fokus njegovog rada uključuje socijalnu i kulturnu geografiju, film, popularnu kulturu i hispansku kulturu. On također redovno predaje, drži kolegije iz društveno-kulturne geografije. Današnja tema na koju će profesor Leo da govori je Hispanic experience in the US, dakle iskustvo. We have one geography professor here.
Ah, dobro. Dobar dan. Hvala lijepa. Thank you so much for the introduction and for the opportunity to come here to Zenica to be able to talk about, we call it Hispanic experience, but obviously, maybe I shouldn't say obviously, I'm not Hispanic. So the issue will be about, to some extent, my experiences in my life, because I was raised in the part of the United States where Hispanics have always been very, very significant in terms of not only numbers, but in terms of culture as well. And if I briefly go through my history, you'll get the idea as to why and to where I've been. And not only where I've lived and the experiences that I've had, but also the kinds of aspects or the parts of culture that have always interested me. Somebody, I think it might have been you, walking down the hallway, mentioned one of my favorite groups called Los Lobos, and you'll hear the music of Los Lobos in some of the films. And I will mention a couple maybe of films that have kind of been of interest to me. Now to begin, I was born and raised in Southern California. I was born at the Queen of Angels Hospital on the Hollywood Freeway. And this place really, really does exist. It's actually, what's important to the history here is that we're talking about the Pueblo de Nuestra Señora de Los Ángeles, is what it was really originally called. And Los Angeles actually was settled by, I think, the Jesuits, but I can tell you one thing, there were lots of Jesuits there, and there were lots of Spaniards, and there were lots of Spaniards, but there were no Anglos in sight. And which is kind of part of the tale, because when you talk about the American Southwest, you're talking about a region that has been settled by Latinos long before the Anglos ever came. And why is that important? Because it's very important when we start talking about the nature of illegal immigration and illegal migration. What happened was America took over the land, as we do so well, and somebody drew a line in the sand, which apparently we do well as well, and said that anyone crosses this border has become illegal. Okay, and then I'd kind of like to go back to this issue in just a moment. So again, about my experiences, I'm born and raised in Southern California, and I moved from there to do my PhD in Wisconsin, and then from there I went to Arizona. So in Wisconsin, there weren't too many Latinos at the time, but as we'll see in a moment, there are now, because the Latinos are throughout the United States. And I'll talk in a second about what is a Latino. We kind of use we use that term broadly. So when I left Wisconsin, went to Arizona State for 11 years, decided to go off to Australia for a year, just for a holiday. That's what professors do. And being a professor of geography, of course, you know, if you're going to go somewhere, you might as well go somewhere really, really cool. And Australia is one of them. And Bosnia and Herzegovina is another. See? So